You guys could write this down if you want. So what we're going to do today is something called an anti-theft alarm, which is basically if thief comes, we should be able to detect them and all that. So this sensor, right? Also, like whatever circuit we make in Tinkercad, that all of us that we're going to make in Tinkercad, we already made the circuit and all that. We'll just be modifying it a little bit. So whatever circuit we make today, right? I'm going to make it in real life. Like right here, I'm going to like make the circuit with my Arduino, and we'll test it if it actually works. If it works in like a laptop, let's see if it actually works in real life and all those different things. My phone RAM was 2 GB. I can't open Tinkercad. Sad, you actually can open with 2 GB also. Just clear all the background apps, and it'll take a little bit of time, but with patience you can open it. Try. Or if you, yeah, whatever. So if or you don't have any other device, like any other device to work with, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Like it's not an issue though. But anyways, this one and firstly, before we do any such thing, right? We're going to learn about some. We're going to learn some theory. We're going to learn a bit of theory, which is like important theory. So I'll share my screen again. Um, so can somebody raise their hand and tell me? Uh, so this is an Arduino, right? So this is like all the different pins that we have dealt with. Like we have dealt with these 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 13. These pins we have used a lot in most of our circuits. Blinking LED, using PIR sensor, all of these we use these pins, 0 to 13 pins. So these pins are something called digital pins. Do you guys know about this? Okay, you guys have raised your hands. You guys, yes.
Yes, sir.
Look at the diagram also and tell me. You look at the diagram and tell me, or you could just okay, we're getting chats. Okay, digital pins. Okay, we just spoke about this. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they are digital pins. And can you tell me what the digital pins can do? What are the digital pins capable of? Like what can digital pins do? Can somebody tell me this? If you don't know, you don't know. It's don't worry about it. But if you know the answer, either raise your hand or put it in the chat. Connecting the device, Samriddhi says. Okay, so you know what? We'll go through it. Digital pins help us in codings. Okay, to give electricity, can command an Arduino. Actually, okay, I'm going to give the answer. I guess we haven't come to this part properly. You have to connect the wire to ground and any pin of the resistor and the LED. Okay, you know what? All these answers are partially right. Like they're right on its own thing, but to answer what a digital pin is, it's not exactly right. So I'll tell you what a digital pin is. These digital pins in an Arduino, right? I'll just share this. So these pins that you see here, 0 to 13, they are digital pins. And digital pins are capable of turning things on and off. So that's the only thing they can do. Like you can connect different things. You can connect different things to like different parts of the Arduino also. Like suppose there are many different pins, right? There's A0, A1, A2, A5. You can connect sensors here also, but we won't talk about it right now. So why we connect the sensors that we used LED and all that? Why we connect exactly to these 13 pins is because these pins have only two capabilities. They can either turn something on or they can either turn something off. So let's imagine this. Okay, let's imagine a graph wherein if you turn some, you guys all of you know what a graph is, right? Like x-axis, okay, y-axis and x-axis, and it's like that. So wait, let me go to this slide. So yeah, you see this, right? This is a graph, voltage versus something graph. So so in this graph now, it's like this. So this is x-axis, like whichever is on the ground, it is called x-axis, and whichever is on the top, it's called y-axis. So this is a graph. Okay, how we use this to visualize this, and how we use this to visualize this. If the let's choose a pin. Let's choose a pin number 8. Okay, and if pin number 8, if it turns on, if you digital write high, which is turning on, if you turn on pin number 8, then it will just go to the top like this. So normally it will be going in the bottom like this. It will be going like this, and the moment it turns on, it'll just go to the top. It'll just go to the top. So normally it will be in this state. It will be at 0. It will be showing 0 because there's nothing. And the moment it turns on, it will become a 1. So it will look something like this. Like if you find this hard to visualize, we can actually do a simple project. Okay, we can. I'll make a quick circuit. See, I'll open Arduino and I'll make a quick circuit. So okay, if you want to use Arduino in real life, right, you have to use something called an Arduino IDE. So this is like the Tinkercad of real life. So and if you want to make a circuit and if you want to directly upload to a real life Arduino, then you will have to use something called an Arduino IDE. So at one point, I expect all of you to download this program because it's a pretty useful thing, and we'll learn about it and all those things. So yeah. Okay, it's loading. It takes time, I guess. Okay, yeah. So this is the Arduino IDE, and this is where we write all the programs and all that stuff. So I'll just wait. Okay, yeah. So the program that I'll just quickly write off the program. Okay, like we'll learn about this part. Like I'm gonna write an advanced topic, so that's why I'm not teaching you this part. So if you can understand something, that's good. But yeah, I don't expect you to get this though. So just 1 second. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is it. So anyways, okay, you guys have a lot of doubts. Okay, yeah, whoever have raised your hands, you can ask me what's up. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You are doing in computer. I also doing in computer. What I
Yeah.
have in start I have to do.
This one, no, no, no. This is a separate application. This one you need to download separately. That I have not told you to download yet. Okay, so this is like you don't need this. You don't need this. But I did this because I wanted to show you guys something which I'm not, which I cannot show you guys otherwise. So that's why I did this. That's all. So like we were talking about theory, right? So like guys be ready with like a piece of paper and a pencil and all that. So because we'll have to do some writing now.
Sir,
But yeah, yeah. Tell me.
sir, what is this topic? It's
What?
Uh,
You guys know what? Can somebody tell me what resistor does? We know about this, right? So you can either unmute or you can. Okay, yeah, we have answers. Let's get Vedika to answer this time.
Sir, a register help us to manage the flow of energy or electricity inside
Yes.
Arduino bulb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's a pretty formal answer. Yeah, yeah. I was not expecting something so formal. Nice. Okay. Let's go with that. And I think.
So can I mute?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'll get Sanskriti to answer. You have an answer. I think you already answered in the past before, but anyways.
Sir?
Yes, Sanskriti.
Sir,
Current
photoresistor help us to control the power from the battery.
Yes.
Either the LED could get blast.
Yes. That's right. That's right. Saad says current flow. That is correct. Current flow is the right answer. Yeah. So like this battery, I'll turn it like this. Okay. Anyways, so we know this obviously. So I'll just do the connections. Okay. So we know the right side of the LED is positive. So the red here goes to the right side, and I'll also make it red in color. And this black goes to black, and I'll make it black in color. Okay, this is simple, and I start simulation, and it LED turns on. Like you can see, like it's turned on now. So this is there. So suppose, okay, so resistor now, like depending on the colors on the resistor, the strength of the resistor also changes. Like if I click on this resistor, right, you see these resistance value. So resistance of a resistor can be changed by the colors on the resistor. So the different colors on the resistor will give different numbers. But in this case, we don't have to think about colors and all. We can directly just write some random number here, like 1000 million, and it will automatically make the colors for you. So if I'll change this, see. So I'll go here. So right now it's at kilo ohms. I'll make it ohms. So what this is so this symbol, right? I'll just draw it, right? I'll just draw that symbol. So this symbol is the unit of resistance, and this is called ohm, OHM. So 1 ohm. So this normally the resistor will have. So I'll make it. I'll make it 1 ohm. See. So I'll go to here. I'll make it 1 ohms, and so you'll get a brown, black, something, something, different colors. You don't have to think about colors right now, but you'll have to worry about it at some point, but not now. So don't worry. So yeah. So if I give like this is 2 ohms. This is 3 ohms, like 4, 5, 6, something like that. Okay. So all these different colors represent how much resistance is offered. So bigger the number, more opposition it gives to the current. So like if so, let's do this. Okay, let's initially give 500 ohms. We'll give 500 ohms, and we will start the simulation. And the LED turns on. You guys see this, right? So I'll take the same 500 ohms and I'll make it 1000 ohms. 1000 ohms. LED does not turn so brightly. It's a bit dim. So I'll make it 1500 now. It's even more dim. I'll make it 4000 ohms. It's much dim. I'll make it 10,000 ohms. It's very dim. You barely can see the LED turning on. I'll go back to 100, and it's pretty high. So like LED brightness increases. So if more resistance is put to the LED, right? LED will not turn on that brightly because not much electricity is given to the LED from the resistor. Resistor is like opposing most of it. So see, like if I make it 10, right, it'll explode because too much current is going now. 10 is too little resistance, so too much current is going to LED. So I'll make it 100. So if you make it 100 is okay. 100 is a decent number. Actually, best number is 300. See, 300. No, wait. Actually, 500. Okay. Okay, best number is 500. So for 500, then there'll be no exclamation mark, nothing, everything. LED is fine. So this is what we can understand. So we can basically turn on and off. We can change the brightness of the LED by changing the resistance. So this is one way to do things. But every time you can't change the resistance value. Like you can't actually program resistance. Like it's a big pain. It's like, and also it's also waste of energy because resistance now, how resistance works is where, like, okay, first of all tell me this. Okay, imagine this. So the battery can offer, let's say, this the battery can okay, wait, I'll stop sharing for a second. So the battery can, let's say, send this much amount of current and electricity. Like I'm just showing like physical values, okay? And the resistor will take this much and it will cut down it to this much and supply this to the LED. So the rest, this much is there, right? The remaining extra current. Where does it go? What happens to that? Like, if you like, do you have any idea what happens to that? Anybody like? So what happens to that is it gets wasted. It gets sent to the environment in the terms of heat. It will basically convert all this electricity is there, right? It will take all that extra electricity. It'll take it and it will convert it into heat. It will basically become hot. I'm just saying it in a fancy way, saying it will get converted to heat, but the resistor will become hot, and all that heat will just get dissipated into the environment. Like slowly, the heat always goes away, and it will just merge into the environment and all that. So all that electricity, instead of using it to light the LED, instead of using it to like make light, we're making heat and we're wasting it using resistors. So it's not a very good way to uh, it's not a very good way to, like, use things. Somebody asked what is potato battery. This one, this is nothing. This is just a science experiment you can also try. So yeah, like I won't go into it, but YouTube it and find out